Lisping Letter, Episode 2. So what is a gift or a talent? Now, some people would say that a gift is something that you get from the divine or source or God, and it's something you're born with. Other people will say talents can be learned as you are living your life and figuring out what it is to be human. My personal interpretation, I am not by any means a psychologist, but I do have a lot of life experience. And one thing I've seen when it comes to us human beings is that we all have talents. And a talent need not be something that needs to have a stage where people are looking at you in order for it to be appreciated as a talent. I'll use an example. So if somebody's a single parent and they're a bit low on cash and they have to look after a number of kids and they don't know where the next money is going to come from or paycheck, figuring out where that family is going to find sustenance and to be able to find what they need to be able to move to the next level, and doing that consistently over time is a talent. And many of us come from homes like that. Now, that is one example. There's so many examples. There's probably as many examples as there are human beings. But one thing I will say about talents is once you do have one, use it. And if not for any reason, use it for the simple reason of fulfilling your truest idea of who you are. Do it to make yourself proud. I think we live in a world where so much, and especially now with social media and the way that, algorithms and things like that are set up, we do it so much from a perspective of, okay, if I do this, I'll get this many views, or if I do this, I'll get that much engagement, and I want these people to link with that people, and so on and so on. I mean, it's always beautiful to see people collaborate. I love watching collaborations between two or more talented people or brands. But let's face it, a lot of these collaborations are revenue driven. And when we leave out our truest and authentic selves as we bring ourselves into those spaces to collaborate with other people, then we lose the biggest gain from whatever that collaboration would have been. And when you collaborate from using your talents, when you collaborate with a clear understanding of who you are in the midst of your talent, when that other person does the same thing, it's almost as though, I'm just going to use two people as an example. When those two people come together to create something new together, that element or that third thing has then a life and an energy of its own. And it's something that is in neither one's control in terms of how it can proliferate and how it can touch others. And true collaboration and true creation using your talents has to come from that inner core of you as a human being, you as a spiritual being as well. I think we can get there as a society without having to sacrifice all these things that are required from us as content creators, as employees, as mothers, and whatever role, fathers, whatever role you give yourself in this life. Your talent is something that you and only you can define with source or the divine. And that is that higher power that I speak about. It's not something that you want to really give to the world or offer the world and say, here you go, judge me. But what I find is that if you do it from a perspective of this is what soothes me. And perhaps it can soothe the next. And now the word soothe could be taken in many different directions. Soothe could be it gives joy to you, or it gives peace to you, or it gives excitement or elation, or it gives a spark of inspiration to you. Soothe is a great word because we are all at a different stage in our day when we are choosing to use our talents. And soothe just means you're moving from a less favorable state, probably to a state where you feel like, I can breathe now. That's out. And I feel good about it. To me, talents used in this way will always mean that you never have a point where you feel like you don't know what to say, you don't know what to do, you don't know what direction you need to go in, as well as you'll never lose sight of who you're sharing that talent with. So in this episode, the focus on talents and saying to you guys, figure out what your talents are, is key. Whether you're wanting to start a business or whether you're wanting to grow something that you would be proud of, or whether you're wanting to play a pivotal role in society, whether you're wanting to teach, whether you're wanting to bring your family together, whether you're wanting to traverse fears that you might have and be able to use your talents in order to do so. Whatever your reason for employing your talents are, do it from that authentic place. If you want to listen to how we find our true calling just by looking at our form, that is in the previous episode. You will find the link within the description box of this particular episode. You're more than welcome to listen to that one as well. But when you do decide to use your talents, do it from that aspect of once it's out, it's no longer yours to try and control or to worry about or to even measure, really, because you will have been doing it from that true place where you're soothing yourself in the hopes that it would soothe somebody else. That is how you bring light into the world, and that is how you get to a point where you never feel like you missed the mark because you're doing things for the right reasons. All right, so this was a wonderful time that I've spent with you guys today. And remember, wherever you are, I'm wishing you the best of luck. Keep doing you. Remember, they will try and bring you down. But remember, cultivate your talents. Cultivate your talents. If your talent is just sitting still because you've been through so much, get to that point where you can forgive yourself and don't question yourself in calling that your talent, because you're the only person that's had that experience. So no one can measure what is a talent for you. All right. So I wish you the very best of luck, and I'll chat to you soon on the next episode.